Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Volunteers will kick this away to start us off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Talk about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this is a great way to start this game for this offense. Everything seems to be clicking. Quarterback's making great decisions. Here he makes a perfect throw to the receiver for a nice touchdown to get this game started right.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play, but give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Pressure is coming. Freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Here comes a first down pass attempt. The sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
That sack makes it second down and forever. And there's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Third down after that running play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A quick spin move. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Motion now from the tight end. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Yeah, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Now, these are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the extra point was up and good. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blower with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He shreds the tackle. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
What a great job of playing assignment football here against the option by this defense. Every aspect of that play was taken away. The quarterback got into desperation mode and loses yards. Now they're behind the sticks.
Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down. Coach electing to go for a field goal. It's a fake. The kicker has got it. Going to try to run for this. He did not make the marker. The defense stops him on 4th down. First down here for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking for the wide out. The pass is intercepted. He's got some open field ahead. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Second down and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He hands it off from the gun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the first quarter.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. Looking for his big tight end. The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Great move there. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. See if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Running back grabs it on a screen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Bringing pressure. He stays alive. Fights off a defender. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Makes a quick grab. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, no surprise from an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one sails out of the back of the end zone. The touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively.